Hi, happy February. So this is our monthly overview for all the rising and moon signs. For the month of February, we have here with me Hannah. So she's interning with us. If you guys haven't met her before, she's amazing. If you're a Revati or Maga native, add us on Discord because Hannah and we add like daily little updates of like what's happening, the transits of the moon and things like that. And then we're communicating with each other on there. So make sure you add us. But we're going to be focusing on the month of February, and Hannah's going to take the lead. Go ahead.
So this month we have a lot of energy in Capricorn and Aquarius, and as well as Leo opposite that, as well as Capricorn and Aquarius are ruled by Saturn. So this is a very Saturn heavy month. That means we're focusing on where we're restructuring things, stability, hard work, and discipline. And then also Capricorn is going to be moving, well, Mars is going to be moving into Capricorn where it's exalted. So a lot of this energy is going to pay off and come back to us tenfold, but we have to be disciplined and really structure our time well. So that's going to be our goal for this month.
Yeah, it's a very structure and like karmic month in the way where we're going to be receiving the karmas of the work that we put in. You
Yeah.
know, whether that's for our health, for our business, for whatever it is, but we're going to be, this is a grinding month.
Yeah, exhaust.
It
Saturn
really
always
is.
rewards. Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a grinding type of month energy. Okay. As you can tell, see, Mercury enters Capricorn February 1st. It's already entered. Where Sun is already placed. Mars enters Capricorn on the 5th in a few days. On the 9th, we have a new moon in Capricorn. Set those intentions. Look at your manifestation calendar to see what intentions to set based on this new moon. Hannah, can you do a new moon, full moon video for all those signs?
Yeah, I definitely can.
So Hannah's gonna post later on a new moon, full moon video for all the signs for Capricorn and for Leo. Then we have Venus that enters Capricorn February 12th. Sun enters Aquarius on the 13th. Now we're beginning the Aquarius portion. But even when it's in Capricorn, it's still being ruled by Aquarius because Saturn is currently in Aquarius. Then right on Valentine's Day, Mercury enters Aquarius, conjunct Sun and Saturn on the 20th, and then we have that ending the month strong with that Leo full moon.
Okay.
Okay, and then we're gonna start with Aries risings, Aries moons. Uh, for Aries rising, Aries moons, Hannah, do you want to start?
Sure, I'll start. Okay, so the first half of the month, we have a lot of energy in your 10th house. So major focus on your career and career development and like your public image, how other people see you. This is going to be the forefront of the month for you in the beginning. And you might have some tension or experiencing some like something you need to restructure within your home life, relationship with your mother. It could even be like moving or that being a focus on something around your home is causing a little bit of tension in you. Maybe you're wanting to spend more time in your career and therefore not at home as much, but it's a back and forth between being in the career and being in the forefront and where others see you and being at home and trying to balance that.
Or even like your career taking up so much of your time that you're not at peace when you're at home. You're not able to like clean up your home or like, clean up even your sense of happiness because you're so busy, go, 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 go. Either applying to jobs, finding a new position, or just like work is really demanding.
Mhm. And then in the second half of the month, we have a lot of energy in the 11th house. So maybe all of the energy and work you're putting towards your career in the first half of the month, in the 11th house, you'll start to see or notice things paying off. You could get more connections within work, or maybe there's a friendship or group circle that you're surrounded by that you're experiencing some type of restructuring and restabilizing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then this can also be maybe you're wanting to like, you've spent so much time this month focusing on your career and your connections and public image. You're wanting to like, you're wanting to go out and have more fun, but that's causing a little tension because you're putting so much energy towards your career and like the success that you want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like your career or like something about like your the gains that you want or the wishes that you want fulfilled in terms of your career are asking so much of you, putting so much pressure on you that you want to like have fun or you want to devote yourself to your friendships, to having fun, but it's like not letting you. It's like it's like it's this intensity. But it's not a bad month. However, as long as you put in the work, they can both be balanced. It's a really good energy for moving. It's a really good energy for finding a new career. If you were unemployed, probably second half of the month you get it. You apply, and then you get it right at the nick of time. It's even a good month to like meet somebody relationship wise, because if that was like a wish that you had, it could happen. You could also be letting go of some friends, some friendships that are not serving you. That it could be the time when you decide, okay, well, I've had enough. It's not really serving me, kind of thing. But other than that, what would you say the overall energy is, Hannah?
I definitely think you guys this month are focused on your career and like the wishes that you want fulfilled in your life. This is the month to harness those. Like you guys are definitely going to be focused on, even if it's not career, just your status overall. You're wanting to change something about how other people see you and how you show up in the world.
Yeah. And then at the end of the month, there's going to be a sense of completion and like termination from an energy that you started back in August, I want to say, or September, around like your love life, around your relationships, around your friendships. So
And
that's, huh?
even children too.
Yeah. So if you have children, there could be a some kind of like revelation, or even like pregnancies, or even like just like finish closing off that chapter. If you were pregnant, now you're finally feeling the pregnancy. Now you're all up in it. Now you're like, okay, I really am pregnant and this is really happening. Or it could be a time when you give birth for some of you. Yeah, it's very likely for some of you this end of this month, beginning of next month, that are pregnant to give birth. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Now we're off to the next sign, which is Taurus. Now we're Taurus risings, Taurus moons.
Yep.
Hannah.
Okay, so for this month, you have a lot of energy in your ninth and 10th house. So for the beginning half of the month with the ninth house energy, this is about your philosophical ideas, your morals and belief, but also a guide towards like what is karmically meant for you, the sudden gains in this life that'll come to you. And because of the heavy Saturn energy of this month, it might feel like it's something that you have to really push towards and spend a lot of energy working on, especially in regards to your career because of the 10th house connection. And then you might experience tension in like how you express yourself creatively because of the third house access part of it. But the thing is that it's always going to come for you because Saturn rewards one, and then ninth house is good luck and positivity that's on your side. So as long as you're putting in the due diligence, the stable structure, work life that Saturn loves, and you're expressing yourself as best you can in like your creative passions and ways, the good luck and fortunes are going to come for you this month. And it'll even help you advance in your career, especially in the later half of the month when we have stuff, a lot of planets moving into Aquarius and then a full moon in Leo opposite that. You're going to have big revelations in your home life and your public image and how you express yourself to others.
Wow, that was really good. Yeah, I agree with everything she says. It's like a month of luck and sudden fortune. Like money's just gonna be flowing to you. Abundance is just gonna be flowing to you. Like make sure that you're looking at the calendar and that you're setting a lot of the that you're saying a lot of the affirmations about abundance and luck and expansion, because like this is the month for that. And I'm sure last month, like towards mid-month onward, you start to see that rapidly begin to unfold. But now it's like just like coming to you. And especially it's like bringing it, like getting that recognition as it pertains to your career, like the
Yeah.
career recognition and the luck and expansion. It's just gonna come to you. Luck is on your side big time this month.
Yeah,
Big
especially the
time.
Rahu in your 11th. Like you guys are lucky.
Literally, like the Tauruses, and I promise you, like most of the readings that I've been getting lately privately, they've all been freaking Taurus and Scorpio and Aquarius. And they're all asking about like the same things. And I'm like, dude, like, look at like hello,
I
like
know.
look and look at this abundance. Even like my trainer, like before I started training with him, which like I met him a long time ago. He's a Scorpio with Aquarius moon and Saturn. So he has that. And then he
Oh,
was like, oh my God, like all of a sudden I'm getting all these clients. Now I'm so busy, so busy, so busy. And I'm like, sir, like, sir. Like, look at your ninth house. It's so freaking activated right now.
That's so cool. I
I
love it.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah, you guys are
good month.
lucky. You guys are lucky this month. The only thing that I would say, like Hannah was saying, there's some tension in your home environment. Like maybe you're not feeling like your home is it right now. Maybe you're not feeling like you want to be home, or like because your career's popping off, your luck is popping off, your monies are popping off. It's just like getting the willpower and the strength to
Mhm.
like actually put out things, or like to actually like get the things that you want, go after them, and then not feeling too bogged down about your home environment. Then the Leo full moon, like Hannah said, is going to complete a cycle and close off a chapter that began for you back in August, as it pertains August or September, as it pertains to like your happiness and your home and your mother, or something around your car or something like that, your home.
Mhm.
Closing off that chapter, or like getting whatever manifestations because of that ninth house activation that you didn't get then.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're off to.
Oh, I was
Okay,
gonna say one more thing. If there are any students this month that are Taurus rising or moon, this is a good month for you guys, whether it's like applying or like finishing a certain course. This is really good for you as well.
yeah, I agree with that. Especially like after Venus, after the 12th. Once
Yeah.
all the planets are there, and then that ninth house, oof.
Yeah.
You are unstoppable, baby. You might also be planning like travels.
Yeah.
And yeah. 16 Gemini moons for the month of February. Go ahead.
Okay, so this month you guys have a lot of eighth house and ninth house energy. So this is gonna be, it can feel like a really transformative and intense month for you. But because of the placement of Mars and Capricorn being in the eighth house right now, this is a really good month to profit off of any loans that you have coming towards you, investments, resources from your partners. It's really, really important for this month. And because it's also connected to your second house, so your money is your focus on this month, and harvesting how you can make your income be as strong as possible. And you're going to put a lot of energy towards that. And again, it's ruled by Saturn. We have Saturn in Aquarius right now in your ninth house. This is going to pay off in the long run. All of the choices you're making in regards to your income this month are going to reward you, and they're going to be luck on your side. If you're having any complications maybe with parents this month, that might be something that comes up as well. Or just a focus on like your relationship with your parents could be prominent as well. But you'll also be feeling very attractive. So the things that you're wanting right now, you're like a magnet to all of your manifestations and wishes, and they're going to be coming true. You're being very attractive. Maybe your sexual energy is feeling really, really powerful this month, and you're going to be like popping your shit. It's going to be fun. Okay. And just I would say be really stable with your investments and your income this month. Really, really try and harness those the best you can because it's going to pay off in the long run for you.
Yeah, what would you say about the worthy part, like the self-worth?
Mhm. Yeah, you might be feeling like you really need to reevaluate your own self-worth. Because of the Capricorn Saturn energy, it might be making you feel like you need to restructure how you even see your own self-worth. And therefore, when you restructure your own self-worth, then the investments and the income and the money that's owed to you comes in. Because it's like, oh, when I say I'm worth a certain thing, maybe it's to a job you're applying for or whatever, you say, actually, I'm not worth that. I'm worth more. And then you get a new raise or you get more money coming to you. But it's up to you to do. Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, because you got to feel worthy of it. So work on your worth. Go to the affirmation table for the second house for this month for you, and the eighth house, so that you can feel the abundance is coming to you. What would you say about the intuition level this month?
Oh, very strong. And if this is a time where you want to start going into occult research or any type of
Research.
knowledge, yeah, any type of research or knowledge that might be hidden from others or something that you have to really dive deep into, is going to be very strong. And in return, it will strengthen your intuition tenfold because Mars is exalted in Capricorn. It loves being there. And it's going to be like something you have to really do over time because of the Saturn influence. It's not going to come right away, but you have to put in the work and it will come to you.
And then what would you say about like, do you think that any of the things that they were trying to attain back in July, August,
Mm, that might be
terms of
completing
money?
like a money cycle. So anything you started back in July or August pertains to your finances. You might be like seeing a closing of that cycle or chapter happening this month.
Yeah. So would you say that If they were trying, if you they were trying to start something in if they were, I'm gonna record you by the way, if they were trying to start something in terms of like money, finances, increase in resources, do you think that this could be the month that that they get it?
Oh, for sure. Definitely. I'd say definitely around the second half of the month when you have a full moon in Leo, that's when you might be noticing some of your income or revelations in regards to like money that you're wanting is going to come to you.
Okay, very good. Because the thing is that the way that we work in life is in cycles, right?
Yeah.
So we start something the first cycle and then we end it when the opposite sign gets activated.
Yeah.
Or we start something now and then we end it when the opposite sign gets activated.
Mm.
So in June, when did we start meeting? Do you remember?
August.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you see how that cycle is now coming to fruition?
Exactly. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm a Gemini rising. That makes five.
Oh, wait, we're not, are we still recording?
Are we?
Oh, yeah, we are recording.
Uh, I love it.
Okay, well. That was supposed to be a pause moment, but whatever, we go with it. It's a good one. Yeah, so everything goes in cycles. Like where whenever we started something, now we get it during the opposite.
Yeah.
So we started meeting together as a Gemini rising for income, right? We started off
Yeah.
no income, right? And
Hmm.
then now towards the eighth house activation, now
Yeah.
income is happening for you,
Yeah. And
right?
also the ninth house of Aquarius being opposite Leo, in the third house. I think there's going to be some type of cycle that we're like re-examining in terms of how we work together as well. Because yeah, that the third house is about business skills and like the skills that you generate from business.
Yeah, so second half of the month, what she's saying is that where the Gemini risings have Gemini moons, if they start any kind of business, any kind of like cycle around creative self-expression, you might see the fortune and the luck from that come in second half of the month onward,
Yep.
right? And now we're off to Cancer. And now we're rising Cancer moons.
Yes. So you guys have a lot of seventh house and eighth house energy this month. So there's going to be a big focus on partnerships and relationships. If you're in a good relationship, this can be a very good month for you where you guys maybe make long-term plans because Saturn and that which all these placements are ruled by Saturn this month for you guys. So this can be a time where you guys make long-term plans to really develop and strengthen your relationship for the long term. But in the opposite, if the relationship is on the rocks, this is going to be a month where you guys can have the final say and be like, no, I'm not taking this shit anymore. Call it off. That's the done deal. Um, and also, if you're in a relationship and it's good, you guys might make long-term plans in regards to like investments you make together, or you might be talking about how you want to like split your resources or like some type of resource connection that you guys are having. Like, how are we going to do like bills or something like that? It's all a big focus on the resources that you share with your partner. Yeah.
Yeah, like the joint resources. And where would you say the tension is?
The tension for this Cancer rising the moon is going to be on themselves. Maybe you're seeing like, oh, I'm giving so much to this relationship and it's not going to I'm not focusing enough on myself. And maybe that's the cause of like the relationship being on the rocks. Or also again, with the second house energy, you guys are really focusing on your income and your wealth and maybe seeing how that plays into the joint resources. So you're seeing like, oh, this is my income and what can I contribute in our joint relationship? Things like that.
Yeah, and what about worth?
And your own self-worth and value. Yeah, you're really re-examining how you value yourself and how that reflects in your relationships.
Mm-hmm. Some of you may even want to do some kind of work to your face,
Hmm.
like, things like that, or buy things that are very expensive, like expensive things that are worthy. Or
Hmm.
you might decide that working hard and it's better to invest than to spend it on like material goods. But for sure, I agree with Hannah that this can be a make it or break it month for some of you, but it's a very strong energy in your partnerships. And not just like marriage, not just relationships, even like business. You might start new business partnerships with people or strengthen the business partnerships that you already have or the connections that you have to others in the outside world, and then make business out of it, make money out of it. Or decide that this is the month when you transform your resources, transform transform your relationship, or like either bring it back to life or just like completely cut it off.
Yeah.
Second half of the month, especially secrets can be coming to light around the full moon time, especially around your self-worth, around your resources, around your finances, and around your relationships, because that Saturn in the eighth house is ruling your seventh house. Some of you may even get into a very solid relationship at this time, could too. All right, now we're off to Leos. Rising Leo moon, so here we go.
Yep. So in the first half of the month, you're going to have a lot of energy in Capricorn in your sixth house of health and routines and work. So this is going to be a really important month where you have to balance work-life balance. But the good thing is that it's going to be pointing towards your 12th house, which is also giving energy towards your mental health and mental peace. With Mars being in Capricorn, again, where it's exalted, it's going to give you this really stable foundation of energy that you put towards balancing your routines, your health and fitness, and your work life. But it's going to be something that's steady over time. So you put in the energy and the work to create this work-life balance and putting energy towards your mental health and mental peace as well. You're going to see the fruits of your labor. Again, with the Saturn connection to your seventh house in the later half of the month, you're going to have a lot of focus and energy on others in your life, your partnerships, your business, your relationships. But there could be a little bit of like causing tension in yourself. Maybe you need to watch how you speak with others, because Saturn there is causing like giving you this strength and power in business and partnerships and relationships. But with Mercury there, it's like you have to watch how you communicate with others as well. But overall, you're going to have a lot of good energy within business partnerships and relationships. If you're in a relationship, I wouldn't say this is the right time to like solidify plans with a partner, but I would just be more cautious as to like solidifying what your wishes are when it comes to relationships and business partnerships, and then watch how Saturn gives you the energy to build that over time. Okay, so like with Saturn being having opposite Leo, and you're having a full moon in Leo in the second half of the month, you're completing a cycle in regards to your own life path. So something that started in September of 2023, maybe you made plans like, oh, I'm going to change this about my life. I'm going to level up this to my appearance, to my own life trajectory. And now you're noticing how that cycle has sort of completed. But it doesn't mean that it's over, because we had a new moon in Aquarius last month. So you have this newness and energy of partnerships and relationships and business partners, and you've completed this cycle that in regards to like your own life and your own life path, your own physical appearance and what you want to do. So you're balancing these two structures where Saturn is giving you the fruits of your labor and the hard work that you've paid off within your relationships and partnerships, and you've completed this cycle within your own self. So you're going to be noticing a lot of wish fulfillments in the later half of the month.
And I would say you're going to be very much noticed by others. Like your all eyes are on you by others, but not necessarily you so much on yourself. Like you might be giving a lot of your energy to other people, and therefore feeling a little bit like, okay, I have given so much energy to my work, to my relationships, to my business. When am I going to have time to give energy to me? And that's the completing cycle, because your wishes are being fulfilled from September, from the new one that happened on September 13th, around there, around that week. So, and therefore, when you get your wish, it's almost like be careful what you wish for, because now that you're receiving everything that you wish for in that era, it's taking away energy from your own mental health and physical health. So around the full moon, you might want to work on yourself. It's going to be like, okay, I've had enough. I've given so much energy to people. Now I'm going to take time for myself and reflect and work on me and see everything. It's a really good time to like manifest things around partnerships and relationships, because like Hannah said, this month is a very heavy month. Like now, it's okay that now you're not so much working on yourself, because you will be in the summer times, around the summer, spring, around the summer, spring, fall time. That's your time for you. But this part of this portion of whatever time is more about others, even though you might feel like it's less about you. So you got to
Yeah.
learn how to balance both, but it doesn't matter because right now you have a really big opportunity for partnerships, for business, for to expand your career, to expand your routines, to expand your health, your wellness, to expand your or grow your level up your relationships, level up your work environment. If you were in an unhappy like partnership, like work partnership, this might be a time when you end it. And then start a new one right away or advance one that you already had. So it's like it's a look back because you're gonna see a lot of things. Even in my own life, like I had a business partnership from like 2020 that I had a business partner but I've been feeling since September, I've had this feeling of I had to already start ending that business partnership because it's no longer aligned with what I'm doing now. And I finally last week made the call and I was like, it's time for us to end this business partnership. And it was a really hard call to make, but it's because of the ton of planets that we're already having in the sixth and seventh house. But you're also going to notice that a lot of whatever you were working on from like September, now you're going to notice that it's finally taken shape. It's finally come to fruition. It's finally made that 180 or 360 or whatever it's called.
Mhm.
That I know it could be a time of relationships. If you're in a relationship, you could like take the next steps, but the energy is more on your partnerships. It's more on like others pulling at your energy field. It's more like you're not like being left alone, like you're not able to be alone at this time. It's a really busy month, but a busy month of wish fulfillments as well. So it's a good month for business, a good month for health. Everything that you were struggling with in the summer, now now it's better. And now we're off to the next. Do you want to add anything else?
I would just say do the manifestations for the sixth house for the new moon on the calendar.
And
You can
seven.
see, yeah, and you'll see Saturn will reward you. So just keep your head up. You got this.
Yeah, because it's a good time for you. It's actually not a bad period at all. And money is coming in too.
Mhm.
So just don't let go of yourself. Yeah, do the affirmations for the sixth and seventh house affirmations in our calendar. And you're gonna have a really good month. This is like seventh house is the house of being seen, is the house of fame, is the house of other people. Sixth house,
Mhm.
it's what you need to get your work in order, to get your health in order. So yeah.
Okay.
Rising Virgo moons.
Okay, so for the first half of this month, you guys are really focusing in on your love, your relationships with your children, your creativity, your spiritual devotion. So I think that in this month, you're really restructuring something in regards to like your relationship with your children and the spiritual devotion that helps you move on in your life. And you might be noticing from the new moon we had in September of 2023, during this month, you're going to be noticing the effects of that, the completion of having a little bit more mental peace. Maybe your worries are feeling like they're being alleviated, your anxiety is getting better. Maybe you had to do a little bit of isolating and healing so that you could level up your own mental peace. And you'll notice the fruits of that start to come in this month. Like you're just going to be feeling less anxious and it's going to feel like a relief off your shoulders. And all of this information and knowledge that you learn in the beginning half of the month is going to help you in your daily life and your physical fitness routines. Because in the second half of February, that's where a lot of the energy is going to be focused towards. You're going to see that you might need to put some more energy towards your health and fitness and work-life balance as well. But all of the things that you build in the first half of the month is going to help you in the second half.
I agree with that. I would also say that like maybe if you own your own business, this is a good time, especially around the full moon that will happen on the 24th, to let go of any fears that are stopping you around business, around check back what was happening in your life in September, around first, second week of September. Because now that's all of that is coming to fruition now. And that could deal with like maybe even travel or maybe even hidden things or maybe finalizing situations that were or ending situations, right? Endings, complete endings to situations at work, to situations with your loved ones, or even like wanting to isolate in order to learn something, that in the later half of the month it's going to bring you rewards, or it's going to bring you like benefits. Perhaps even like wanting to like put yourself out there, have fun with friends, having fun in general is something that can be important for you this month. Like you're wanting to have fun, you're wanting to go out, you're wanting to restructure your friendships and restructure your routine. There could be some people that leave your life this month that weren't serving you, especially if they were friendships. And also even work institutions. If up until now you've been manifesting a new job, this could be the time when you get it, especially if you've been working hard and grinding harder and getting that job, you're gonna get it this month. This month, between this month and next month, you're gonna get it. Very likely if it's a creative type of job, or in the health and wellness field, or like being of service to others in some way, or through technology, it's going to be this month. So don't lose hope. Also your health, you're getting back into your routine because you need to for your mental health.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you want to add?
Just in the calendar, if you guys want to focus on
Yeah.
for this month, the new moon manifestations in regards to your 5th house and 6th house.
Yeah, so go to the new moon manifest, go to your calendars if you have them, and do the affirmations, especially around the new moon for the fifth and sixth house. So that's gonna be important. And if you can, like if you do 3 at a time, like we recommend, then add in there 12th house stuff. Because next month is gonna be all about your relationships. All right, off to the next sign, which is Libra. That was good. Good job.
Thank you.
Get better. Okay, so Libra rising, Libra moons. Max. Ven, mi amor, ven.
Mhm.
Ven. Okay, what do we say about Libra?
Okay, 4th and 5th. Let me look at 4th house, but I think just already something they're restructuring within their home. Their home and emotional happiness, a relationship with their mother. 5th and 11th. Oh, their career.
Yeah, so if for Leo and Cancer, this was a very heavy work month filled, right?
Right.
For Libras and Aries, it's going to be the complete opposite. It's going to be a more home
And
and
happy.
happiness filled month.
Mm-hmm.
Love, romance, children. Like my friend is a Libra rising, she's pregnant and she's almost due. She's nesting a lot this month.
Yeah. She in the 4th house, she's restructuring her home.
Yeah, she's like, all I want to do all day, every day is pick up, clean.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, so they're restructuring something in their home. They could be moving or just renovating or just organizing. They just want more structure and stability in their home in the first half of the month.
Mm-hmm.
And then in opposition to that, maybe they're not so focused on their career this month,
Yeah.
but it's because they need to be so focused on their home this month. Well, the
But
first half.
if anything, it's not that they're not focused on their career, it's just that their image is changing
Okay.
towards something that's more nurturing. Like fourth house is like deals with nurses, it deals with nourishing, nurturing, psychology. The fourth house deals with like home business that are family businesses. So if you have a family business and you have a lot of fourth house transits, it's not that you're not focusing on your career. You're focusing on your career because it's a home business. You're just not focusing on like how others see you. You're more like grinding on the low. Like 10th house
I
is the most like visible.
public.
It's the most visible point in our chart. It's when the sun is the highest, like around noon. Fourth
Mm-hmm.
house is the darkest.
Super private.
Yeah. So you're grinding, you know,
On the low. Behind the scenes.
behind the
Yes.
scenes. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna begin recording. Oh, we've been recording the whole time.
Oh, how funny. We can keep some of that way.
Yeah. Libra rising, Libra moons.
Okay, so for the first half of this month, you guys are really focused on your home life, your own happiness in your home. Like you're wanting to restructure and restabilize the most inner part of your life that's very private. So it's like your career is like on your mind, but you're doing all the work behind the scenes, on the private, like very on the low, behind the scenes, not very much. You're not very so much focused on other people seeing you do this work right now because it's so private to you. So this can be like renovating your home, restructuring it, organizing it, or even working from home and like taking off in your business at home because in the second half of the month you have a lot of creative energy. So you're wanting to pour into your creative pursuits, your spiritual knowledge and inclinations, maybe even your children. So like maybe in the first half of this month, you're restructuring your home so that it can benefit your creativity process and your children and your love. And it's going to be a happy month for you. But the Saturn aspect of it is calling for you to just add a little bit more structure to it so that you can bring in that happiness. And I would say, yeah, you're the full moon in Leo on the 24th of February in the later half, looking opposite that, it's going to bring you in the manifestations and wish fulfillments that you have from the work and the due diligence and hard work that you put in during the month. So this is a really powerful manifestation month for you guys.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. This is a very powerful manifestation month, especially the manifestations that you've had from like around September, August, September around there. They're coming to fruition right now for you. Like it's a really good month. You can just have a little bit of like mental unrest, like where you're like thinking a lot or feeling a lot or like thinking about all the things that are mounting that you need to do with that Mars in the fourth house. But by the time things go into the fifth house, you will have like already have settled what, because you're wanting to change something about your image and make it more private. You're wanting your privacy this month, and if you were trying to move homes or relocate or like renovate or just like clean out your space, this is the month to do it because you'll be able to. Or even if you're feeling like you're like things are not how you want them to be and how others are perceiving you, it's not representative of how you want to be perceived, because that could happen too. Don't worry about it, because by the mid-month it's going to get better and you're going to be receiving a lot of wish fulfillments. But if you have like that mental unrest where people are being a little bit aggressive, or like even your mother could be a little bit more Mars in the fourth house could be a little bit more like needing from you,
Mm-hmm.
or like being a lot of energy is being directed at
Your
you.
energy.
Yeah, that you can't really, they're like, okay, I need to, I need peace and quiet. So be careful how you react to your mother. Be careful how you react while you're driving. But yes, you're gonna have a lot of energy at home to like clean, to like renovate, to move, things like that. That's gonna be really good for you. And second half of the month, it's just all about your like creativity. It's you're finally gonna start seeing like the blossoming of the wishes that you had in the summertime, in the springtime, and how to blossom them. If you have your own business or a family business, this is the month when it really does really, 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 really well.
Mm.
Okay. Anything else you want to add?
Oh, just the manifestation focus in the calendars. I would say the fourth house and fifth house for you guys, and 11th.
Yeah, do affirmation for fourth, fifth, and 11th house this month. It's very important because wishes can come to you this month. Okay. And Scorpio moons.
So for the first half of the month, you guys are really putting a lot of energy towards restructuring and stabilizing your goals. Like this is the month where any energy that you have in like what you're wanting to cultivate in your business, in your energy that you exert to others, like your own willpower and strength, like you guys are wanting to harness that energy so that it can benefit your own happiness. Because in the later half of the month, you're going to have a lot of energy in your fourth house of home and happiness. So you're going to want to change something about your home, or just focus and be more at home. And therefore it's gonna, you're gonna notice a completion or in a cycle surrounding your career and your public image. Maybe your status has changed since September of 2023, and that's affecting your happiness. If it's been what you wanted and desired, then it's in a good way. But if it's something that you're noticing is not what you wanted, this is the month where you have the opportunity to change it because you're having so much energy and courage to put towards these desires.
I would agree with that. Like a lot
Yeah.
of creative energy and a lot of energy towards going after your dreams this month. Like your dreams, your wishes, your hopes, your manifestations, like whatever you were trying to manifest back in September, August, first, like whatever that is, fall period, spring, summer, fall. You're starting to see it. You're like, wow, like look back at your camera roll and see what you were manifesting then, because now you're starting to really like get that. If you were trying to like relocate, this could be a time for that. Or if you were trying to like change something about your career, now you can see that like the fruits of that labor has finally, all the pieces of the puzzles have finally are coming together, especially second half of the month. If you're not in a career, this could be the month when you finally find that job, especially because you have the drive, you have the strength, you have the energy. Like nobody can stop you this month. Your ruler is in the third house of like your literal willpower and strength. You're unstoppable. And you have a lot of courage this month to take the lead, to take initiatives in your career, in your home, in your happiness, to really like get what you want. Then if you look kind of the opposite house would be the ninth house.
hmm
So the opposition is there. So what would you say for
So,
Scorpio?
hmm. So you might not be so focused on like your higher beliefs and like your morals that you think motivate you because you are focused on cultivating the energy to put out the action. So you're not needing so much inspiration because you already have that energy in your chart.
Your neighbors can also be a little bit aggressive towards you at this time, like in
Mm,
your neighborhood, but don't worry about that or something about neighborhood. It's going to be just watch your driving. And I would also say that because the ninth house is the house of luck and fortune, the
mm,
luck and fortune that you were cultivating in the summer or springtime, now you're having the strength and willpower to see it, to manifest it, to have it come to light. Like it's no longer in your mind. Now it's something that's coming in, that's fruition. That's why things get manifested in 6-month increments. So whatever you're putting to manifest now during the new moon that's going to happen around the 8th, yeah, the 9th of February, you're going to see it. You're going to see the fruition um around what is it, like August, July,
yeah.
because right now you're putting the energy, but you're gonna have to change the beliefs around it around July,
Yeah.
August, and then that's when you're gonna see it. So to get this part of the chart, to get the fruitions of this part of your chart, 10th, 9th, 8th, you gotta first be have this portion very, very solid. So
Mm,
your strength, your energy, your home, and your relationships, all of that has to be very solid. And then you get the other half in the springtime. So yeah, it's a good month for you, actually. I wouldn't say it's a negative month. It's just
mm,
that I'm possibly at home if you're feeling heavy because of career. It could be a little bit of a heavy energy to have, or you feel like you're having to do everything in the home life, or you're having to take the lead at home. Like if, especially if you're a woman, it could feel at times like you're having to do like the man work as a woman.
mm,
But it's a good time to relocate business wise. Also, if you have a family business, is a really good time period too. You can get a lot of money at this time. Or even if you don't get money, you're gonna get ideas, $1 million ideas. So say affirmations such as, I receive $1 million ideas every single day. And then look at the affirmation table for the houses 3, 4, and 10. Now we're off to the next sign, which is Sagittarius. That was really good.
yeah.
Did you understand that portion when I said that to get one side of the houses, you gotta,
Oh, yes. To look at the opposite.
it's for Leos, for example, to get relationship, right?
Mhm.
Um, they have to, before they get the relationship, since it's in the
Mhm.
latter portion, they have to first. Mami, ¿le
Yeah.
puedes poner eso? Que él se
Oh,
vuelve.
you're still recording too.
Oh my gosh. Sagittarius rising, Sagittarius moons. Go ahead, Hannah.
Okay, so for this month, you're really focusing in on your income, your earnings, the wealth and income that you earn from your job, and you're wanting to change something about that. Maybe restructuring your finances or just your budget on a different level, or realizing what you're worth. And then later in the second half of the month, when you have energy moving to your third house, you're going to be taking the energy and action towards getting that change. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you might also be focusing in on like the foods you're eating or wanting to change something in regards to your face or like your appearance. Now would be a good time to do that. Like if you're wanting to do something cosmetic, this is a good month for you to change something for your face or just focus in on beautifying your face or skincare, makeup, whatever that is that you're into. This is good for that. And then I'll say you're noticing a completion in a cycle from September, August in regards to your beliefs, your higher values, your spiritual inclination. Maybe you went on like a spiritual journey these last 6 months, and that's helping you in taking courage towards the action you want to take in your business and your ideas and in regards to the income that you earn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would also add to that like what you find of value is going to be very important this month for you. Whether that's if you value yourself, if you value your money, if you value your finances. So make sure that you're doing a lot of affirmations around your self-worth, your value system, how you value yourself. And also just like be careful with the foods that you're eating. Don't be too indulgent and don't be too harsh with your speech as well, especially first half of the month. Be careful not to be too harsh with your speech. With that Mars there being in your second house, opposite your eighth house. If you drive a lot, be careful. Like don't be careful driving. And then you have an opportunity to gain some income this month. Whether if you have a business, like some kind of business, that you started or that you were trying to grow in the summertime. Now it's a time when the luck around that is coming to you, especially around like the month around like the full moon, which will happen on the 24th. A lot of abundance and wishes, sudden luck, sudden wishes can come to you. Maybe you can plan like a travel, like a trip or something like that.
Hmm.
Um, and that can come to fruition now, mid-month. One second. A month of like a lot of material wealth, especially if you were trying to if you had any investments that you made back in like the summertime, you can receive that now. Or maybe like this could be a very like money focused month. Whether it's like you hearing about money or you making more money coming to you, or you just having a lot of strength or wanting more power and more money. Or wanting to buy really expensive things. And then mid-month onward, like you finally take the action to do it. But something around your neighborhood and like your like learning or your if you have a business, like your business can be shifting at this time. Also the luck of that can
Hmm.
be shifting.
House with Jupiter activation, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because the Mars is sitting in the second. Yeah.
Mm.
Even if you started like something around this around the like summertime that dealt with like home life, like home and relationships. Now you're finally seeing through that.
Mm.
Alrighty, now we're off to the next sign, which is Capricorn. Rising Capricorn moons. Go ahead, Hannah.
Okay, so for this month, the focus is really on you and your life. You have a lot of energy in your first house. So Saturn and just all of these planets in your first house are asking you to really reevaluate your life and restructure it. This is going to pay off for you because you have so much second and eighth house energy as well. So focusing on your life and your life path, how you look, the path you want to take, how others see you, being public, being out there, being known, it's going to force you to redirect your energy towards your own income, your wealth, your investments, um, your resources from others and your finances. You're being asked to manifest this month and see those things come in. It might be like stable over time because that's how Saturn works. So you're being asked to like put in that work to change whatever you want within your life and see in the second half of the month those things come in for you in regards to like income, worth, and value, materialistic things that you want. And then with the full moon closing out the month on February 24th, you're noticing some type of completion in like investments or loans, grants. If in September 2023, if you had applied for anything in regards to like a grant or a loan or something like that, you're noticing a completion in that cycle now when you have the full moon in Leo on February 24th.
I agree with that. Like, especially if you were like, if you went through a transformation around September that finally got completed and you were like, you feel defeated or you feel like your worth is low. This is
Mhm.
the month when it finally starts going up, when your worth starts increasing and you start to see the rewards of like your labor and you start to receive the rewards of that transformation and maybe start making more money, more income, more security. If you lost a job or something around job or work, this could be the month when you get get the job again or
Yeah.
get a job or find a job or something like that, right? But most of your energy is going towards money, towards stability, towards your um
Your income and
yeah,
generating wealth.
generating wealth. It's going to be a very like grinding month, but it's going to be a good month because you're going to get it. Especially for those Capricorn risings, Capricorn moons who have been struggling with like um scarcity mindset. This is the first half of the month is really important in realizing your like that you can get it. And the second half of the month is really important in realizing your worth in order to get it. But you will get it, especially if you own your own business or you're starting your own business or you're making investments or if you work like or you were waiting for like some sudden payout, maybe like around the February 24th you might get it, or anytime before then you may get it. The like payouts like loans, grants, investments, all of that, you're gonna get it. And even
But
relationships, this
oh,
could
yeah.
also be like you were gonna say something about that.
Yeah, I was gonna say like if you're in a partnership or relationship, you're noticing a cycle completing in like the way you guys share resources or the resources that you get from your partner.
Yeah, exactly. Like joint resources. And this could be a month when in the partnership, you're more focused on you and your partner might want more of your attention, but it's not that they're not gonna get it. It's just that you're wanting to like get your ducks in a row this month so that later on in the months you can focus on them. Okay, now we're off to the next sign, which is Aquarius. Aquarius rising, Aquarius moons. Go ahead,
Okay.
Hannah.
So for this month, in the first half of the month, you're really wanting to like spend some time alone, maybe do some healing, just you feeling like this urge to isolate, but not just for like a bad reason. Like you're really wanting to hone in on what goals you need to restructure that are going to benefit you in your life trajectory and your life path. And then in the second half of the month, you will notice all of that energy being put towards that. But in the first half of the month, it's really calling you to focus on your mental and physical health and really align yourself mentally and spiritually so you can feel like this sense of peace. Like maybe your mind is like going 50 miles a minute, like you're wanting to quiet the mind and really focus in on settling your nervous system so that you can align yourself with your goals for your life path and your life trajectory. And that's where all those manifestations are going to be coming in for you. And then maybe you're noticing like a cycle that's being completed in like terms of business partnerships or relationships. It doesn't mean like a relationship is ending. It's just you're noticing a pattern in your relationship or partnerships that you're closing a chapter to in the later half of the month that will in turn benefit you in the life trajectory and manifestations you have for yourself.
Very good.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, what did I just do?
So the first half of this month, it can be feeling like maybe your self-confidence or your reputation is just on the low end, like you're really needing to restructure how you see that. And then also there can be some high expenses or you're reevaluating like the debts you have or expenses you need to pay off. Just an increase of that only for the first half of the month though, because that the way you restructure it in the first half of the month, it's going to pay off in the second half of the month where you notice the manifestations that you're working on being produced or like the desires you have for how your life is going to play out, it's going to change based off how you restructure it in the first half of the month.
Yeah, I agree. It's like the end of the cycle in your work or in your mental health, the end of the cycle of expenses, like you've had enough. If your expenses have been high since like August, September, this is a time when you decide I've had enough of this and now I'm ending the cycle. But first you're gonna have to like go through a little bit of like isolation and really like recalibration and having the self-awareness to realize the things that you need to let go of and the things that you need to change. You can even feel like your sleep is a little bit disturbed at this time, or that expenses are extremely high right now. It might not be the case per se, but it could be something that's coming up that, you know, random things are breaking down and you're having to fix them and you're like, why is there so many expenses? It's because of this. However, by the second half of the month, things start to get better and you start to come out, and then you're restructuring more like yourself, because that Saturn is like really like, I mean, all of this year, since last year, you've been really like holding down the fort. You've been taking care of everything and everyone, and yourself included. So now this is the month when you have like all the answers on how to get there or what you need to do to like make yourself better, make yourself feel much more aligned. It can feel a little bit heavy though, because the sun doesn't like to be with Saturn, so you can still feel a sense of heaviness. But around the full moon, you're also going to see some kind of completion in your partnerships. Maybe you started a relationship 6 months ago, or you're starting a new relationship and finally feeling like that cycle is closed, like you're now feeling more comfortable with your partner. Or it can be very like your partner needs more of your attention, or you're just like really focused on yourself so that you can have a better partnership.
Mm.
And now we're off to Pisces. Oh, make sure you're looking at the affirmations for the first 12, and I would say second, seventh house, because this is a time when the wishes of those houses can be fulfilled for you. For our calendar, the
Yeah.
affirmation table for that. Right? Mhm.
Okay, so for the first half of the month, you guys are really focusing in on your manifestations and your desires for your overall life. You're restructuring and restabilizing how you want to get to those manifestations and how that pertains to like your business skills and what you want to see come into fruition for your business and for your gains in this lifetime. So if you're on social media during this time, the first half of the month is where you're going to restructure your presence on social media or your presence in connecting with others. You want to really, really stabilize and restructure that for your life in the first half of the month. And then in the second half of the month, you're going to notice those manifestations paying off for how it relates to your mental and physical health. It can feel like expenses will be a little bit higher in the second half of the month, but it's not, so I don't want to say okay, but it's because in the first half, you're honing in on the success you're creating to help you stabilize your mental and physical peace. So, like, if you have anxiety in the second half of the month, all the work that you give in the first half is going to pay off in the second.
Mhm. And where would you say the stress is for the first half of the month?
The stress, it will probably be within like the manifestations they have for their life, right?
It would be more fifth house related. So think about what
Oh,
we're manifesting back in September,
September.
August. Now that's coming to fruition, but you can feel like you have to balance out that part of life. Like, are you balancing out your health in order to get your wishes? Are you
Mm.
having to learn something to get your wishes? Are you having to like
Devote yourself to something to get your wishes, like a practice that you have to put work into.
yeah, exactly. And then are you having to restructure or do something around your work?
Mhm.
It's bringing you mental unrest in the second half.
Mhm.
Maybe you're really focused on your wishes first half and learning something or devoting to something, or even like love, relationships, career. It could be a very wish fulfilling month, but also a month of like a lot of like connections, friendships, a month where you're wanting to like give a lot of your energy to your gains and your friendships or your social networks, etc. It can mean technology, or it can mean also like in general people.
Institutions, big and
Yeah,
large institutions. Yeah.
right. And then second half of the month is like, okay, but now are you feeling nervous about all those wishes that you just manifested? You know, do you have the organization needed to be able to sustain them? Sixth
Mm.
house. kind of thing. So make sure that you're aligning around the full moon with your health, physical health, and mental health. Because the mental health is gonna align itself, but the stress is always gonna be, it's gonna, for this month, it's going to be in the routines, in the work. Some of you may decide to like shift like work
Your
environment.
work.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some of you may decide to like, my friend is pregnant, she's a Pisces moon, and she's like nesting right now. So probably she should be learning about her child and how to be a parent. But she's fulfilling the wishes of wanting to nest, wanting to make the place beautiful. And so the stress is probably like, holy crap, second half of the month, I didn't learn anything. Now here I am having this child.
Mm-hmm. Am I prepared?
Am I prepared? So make
Yeah.
sure that you're focusing also on the opposite, which would be your health, wellness, learning, work, getting
Mm-hmm.
into that new position, and no having that work-life balance sort of thing. But your wishes are coming true this month. So very wish-fulfilling month. Even if you feel anxious about it, don't worry. Everything that you've been wanting since the summertime is coming. Now you have to ask yourself, am I prepared for it? Well, then let me be, kind of thing.